Hey guys, how's it going? This is your big bad Keto Daddy here, coming to you live again every Sunday at noon, or at least I try. For those of you who missed out on yesterday's live presentation at the University of Michigan, a lot of great information there. If you go down my timeline a little bit, you should be able to find it. I'm hoping to upload it to YouTube later today too, so it doesn't get forever lost. So a lot of good information yesterday. I got to meet a lot of great people, a huge turnout. We got to hear the great Holly Higgins talk about paleo and treatments for anxiety and depression, as well as gut health. Thank you very much, Holly. I really appreciate that. Then we capped off the day with Mr. Tyler Cartwright from Keto Gains. Gave a great presentation. Unfortunately, his flight got delayed, or canceled, I should say, because of the snow in Atlanta, but we were able to live video Skype it. So if you go down my timeline as well, it should be down there, and you should be able to check out everybody's presentations. I don't know how long Facebook keeps them up there, so like I said, I will do my best today to download them and get them uploaded to my YouTube channel, which is just simply Jamie Caparoso. You guys can find it on there. So again, a lot of good information. Thank you very, very much. We had some great sponsors, Quest Nutrition. If you're not familiar with Quest Nutrition, check them out at questnutrition.com. They also have, for you keto maniacs out there, they have a new Quest Keto site, and I'll post that link below this video again for people who are interested. A lot of great products coming out from those guys. Also Ketology, which yesterday I was butchering the name. I kept saying Keto Logi. I don't know where that comes from. Every once in a while Jamie's brain just cramps and he pronounces words really differently, like paleo, and versus paleo, tomato, right? So my apologies, Tracy, on that. That was a great contribution by them, as well as Fox Hill Kitchens. They donated some low-carb bread for those of you out there who are fiending for some low-carb bread. They make some great stuff. They got bagels, they got buns, they have croutons, a lot of good stuff on there. So Julie, thank you very, very much for sending up some samples on that. Again, we had a great time yesterday at University of Michigan. I will do that seminar again. I'm going to make it an annual event with January, but I've already got requests to do them again later on in the year. So maybe in the spring I'll host another one. I got a pretty busy schedule coming up. We're going to Breckenridge in February. Dr. Jeff Gerbier's seminar, Doug Reynolds seminar, keto or low carb Breckenridge, that's coming up in February, as well as the Epigenics nutritional health conference is going to be coming up in Tampa. I'm going to be lucky enough to be going to both of those. I was joking around with some of my friends yesterday, and I feel like I'm becoming the Ryan Seacrest of the keto world. I just show up everywhere, and hey, there he is. But very fortunate to do so, you know, and as I keep gathering information from all these great resources, I'm just going to pass it on to my keto maniacs here. So one of the top questions I got afterwards, well, two actually. One is, will I come to your CrossFit box or functional gym or whatever and do presentations for athletes? Yes, I definitely will do that. So if you guys have a CrossFit box or gym and you're interested in ketogenic diets or paleo diets or the merger of the two like I do, hit me up, shoot me an email. You can get me at keto-paleo.com or Facebook message me or tweet at me or find me on Instagram. I respond to all those pretty quickly. So yeah, I will come do a presentation for you and help your athletes formulate a ketogenic plan for their performance, which is really the reason I went into it. For those of you who don't know, I went into a ketogenic version of paleo, kind of looking for the fountain of youth, kind of trying to find that added advantage, getting into my mid-40s, dropping the extra weight, and performing better. So if you guys have a need, or people are starting to ask questions at your box and you want me to do something, as long as I can cover my expenses and everyone has a good time, I'll come out. So the other one was, and it's performance related in question, and so a lot of people at these CrossFit gyms and power lifters and just Olympic lifters and stuff like that are considering, they're already on like maybe a standard paleo diet or maybe a standard American diet, and they're thinking about converting over to a ketogenic style for performance, because there's all kinds of advantages to, for as far as recovery or less oxidative stress, carrying less water weight, and more energy sources for these long workouts. One of the biggest questions I get is, what can I do to be successful with this, other than, you know, adjusting your macros to put yourself in a state of nutritional ketosis? And I cannot stress enough, up your sodium. When you cut your carbohydrate level, your body is naturally going to start dumping the sodium because it doesn't need it for that metabolic process. It doesn't need the sodium to hold the water for that metabolic process, is really what it is. So one thing you can do to strive off that carb flu or Atkins flu or whatever you want to do it is add a cup of broth before working out, or you know, some extra sodium. Some people like to do warm water and some pink, you know, Himalayan sea salt. I am a big fan of broth because it's tasty, and I can make a nice warm cup of broth before I head to the gym about a half hour. And what that'll do is, because you really only hold a reserve of sodium maybe at a blood level, that's why blood's salty, and then at a serum level, if you're training real hard and you sweat it all out, your body's going to pull that extra sodium from the blood to maintain a serum concentration in your cells. And when it does that, you're going to have a drop in blood volume, which of course is going to make you have a carb flu or lightheaded, or if you train hard enough, you may even pass out. So as I was butchering yesterday with ketology, that's a good source of broth. As long as you have a high source of sodium. Okay, here you go, Tracy. I'm trying to make up for calling it ketology all day yesterday. Ketology, very generous. They donated some for the seminar yesterday. So, and this isn't new. This isn't new information. This is right out of Stephen Phinney and Jeff Volek's book, Low Carbohydrate Performance. Came out in 2012, and you know, Phinney did all this research in the 80s. So this is nothing new. But this is right out of the book. Sweat too much, and your body runs short of sodium, and this forces it to shrink your blood volume to keep serum sodium concentration in the normal range, and that's where that carb flu comes through. And if you need to look it up, go to page 80, Art and Science of Low Carbohydrate Performance. It's right there. Nothing new, no secret. I think that's huge. I've noticed that if I don't have that cup of broth a half hour before a heavy squat session or before a heavy CrossFit workout, I fall flat. I run out. It feels like I don't have that blood pressure. When I, you know, take for instance, if I'm squatting and getting deep in the hole, it doesn't feel like I have nothing to push off of. So it's huge, okay? So if you're considering a ketogenic diet and maybe you've tried it before and you're like, no, there's no way I can do it, I feel like crap when I train, it may be that drop in blood volume, okay? So another good thing to bring out is if your body starts dumping that sodium, your body will try to hold that sodium at a serum level. So in order to maintain sodium, it'll start dumping potassium too. So that's another micronutrient that you might want to pay attention to. If you keep your broth up and keep your sodium up, it won't start sacrificing potassium. And then good sources of potassium, because right off the bat people think, oh, bananas, oh, a glass of orange juice, no good for a ketogenic diet, right? But in reality, 4 ounces of meat will in fact hold as much as a medium banana or 8 ounces of orange juice. Just be careful not to cook away all your juice. Okay, so if you're cooking your vegetables and you boil them and then you pour the vegetables on the plate and all the juice is there, all your potassium will be in the bowl. If you're cooking meat on the grill and you like a well done steak versus a medium rare, which is delicious, that's where all your potassium is going to reside. Okay, so be conscious of that. Okay, and maybe the last one. If you suffer from muscle cramp and you do a lot of long style training, this is another one. So I really, really like a product called Slow Mag. These guys even mention that product as too, is you want a slow release magnesium, because a fast release magnesium will have that milk of magnesia effect, which of course, you know, you'll be in the hopper more than you are out in the gym. And dark green vegetables if you want to keep it real paleo as possible, paleo. So keep those things in mind. If you're an athlete considering a ketogenic diet, and maybe you've tried it before and felt really flat, sodium, magnesium are key. And I'll post a picture of the two that I like to use below. Ketologies make some great stuff. I'm new to them. And you can be very, very successful on a ketogenic diet as an athlete as long as you watch a couple of things, okay? Anyway, so this is your big bad keto daddy, Jamie, saying thank you very much again for yesterday, everybody who tuned in, everybody who shared that video. God, I appreciate that. Every time you share, it really helps me out. I really do. And Here's today's tip of the day. Keep your sodium up if you're an athlete. And thank you very much. This is Keto Paleo Live. Remember, eat like you care about yourself. Take it easy, guys. Bye.